For 15 years, Marcus Hill kept a secret hidden in the bottom drawer of his desk. It was a thin blue notebook that no one else had ever seen, not his wife, not his closest friends. He barely even looked at it himself. At 41, Marcus was living in Atlanta, working a steady job that paid the bills but slowly chipped away at his spirit. Each day was a carbon copy of the last. Wake up, go to work, come home, go to sleep. Life wasn't bad, not by any stretch, but it didn't feel like his own. That notebook, though, it belonged to a younger Marcus, a 19-year-old kid who was absolutely certain he was going to be a writer. Every single page was crammed with story ideas, inspiring quotes, and the raw beginnings of dreams he once held so dear. One evening, after a particularly long and draining day at the office, Marcus found himself pulling open that bottom drawer. The blue notebook was just sitting there, almost like it was waiting for him. He hesitated for a moment, then picked it up and flipped to the very first page. There, in bold letters he barely remembered writing, were the words, "If you ever forget who you are, read this." A knot formed in his chest. He turned the page, then another, and another. Each one was a window into a past self, a version of him that saw endless possibilities, not just comfortable routines. A version that believed that trying and failing was 1,000 times better than the quiet regret of never trying at all. Marcus closed the notebook and slid it back into the drawer. But that night, sleep wouldn't come. The words echoed in his mind. The next morning, instead of mindlessly scrolling through his phone like he usually did, Marcus opened the notebook again. He picked up a pen and wrote a simple sentence. "I'm still here." That night he added a paragraph. The next day another. Weeks started to blur into a new rhythm. Marcus began waking up earlier, not with a groan, but with a quiet sense of purpose. He wrote before work. He wrote after dinner. There was no pressure, no grand expectation of becoming a famous author. It was just about being honest with himself on the page. One evening his wife caught him smiling as he wrote. "What's so different about you lately?" she asked, a gentle curiosity in her voice. Marcus paused, thinking for a moment. He looked up from the notebook and said, "I finally stopped pretending I was finished." Months went by. He kept writing, filling the empty spaces in that old notebook and then starting a new one. Finally, with a surge of courage, Marcus shared a short story he had written online. It didn't go viral. It didn't earn him a single dollar. But then, a comment appeared. Just one comment from a total stranger. It said, "This made me feel seen." Marcus leaned back in his chair, his eyes welling up with tears, because for the first time in over a decade, he felt the exact same way. He carefully tore out the first page of that old blue notebook and framed it. He placed it right on his desk where he could see it every day. It wasn't a reminder of what he had lost or the time that had passed. It was a testament to what he had never truly given up on. Because sometimes, the dream we think is long gone isn't dead at all. It's just been waiting patiently in a drawer, hoping that one day, you'll remember to come back. What dream have you left waiting? Thanks for watching. If this story resonated with you, consider subscribing for more.